The third is I need to maintain my mind. James 1:14 and 15 says, temptation comes from our own desires, which entice us and drag us away. These desires give birth to sinful actions, and then when sin is allowed to grow, it gives birth to death. Spiritual death. So in other words, this passage is saying that our sinful thoughts, if they go unchecked, they're eventually going to turn into sinful action. And if that sinful action goes unchecked, it's going to eventually turn into spiritual death. And so our hope is our thoughts always precede our actions. So the hope is if we can gain control of our thought life, we can gain control of our actions. And I think that's why Jesus put such an emphasis on lust, because it's the starting point of adultery. If we take the lust seriously by calling it sin and confessing it to God as sin, we're not going to commit the physical act of adultery because we've taken to account and we haven't let the lust go unchecked. We're taking the lust seriously. That's why Jesus says, hey, guess what? It's adultery of the heart when we lust after someone not our spouse. It's serious. We need to take that seriously. Our thoughts always precede our actions. It's a fascinating verse, 2 Timothy 2:22. It says, run from anything that stimulates youthful lusts. Run from it. Instead, pursue righteous living, faithfulness, love, and peace. Enjoy the companionship of those who call on the Lord with pure hearts. So instead of stimulating youthful lusts, God is saying run the opposite direction and pursue righteous living, faithfulness. There's that value we're talking about with this sermon. Love, peace, and here's the kicker: the company of other people who are pursuing God. Faith ignites faith. We become like those we run with. And if we want to affair-proof our marriages, then we need to maintain our minds by being careful who we spend time with. Because whether we believe it or not, we are very impressionable as human beings. And the people that we spend the most time with are going to rub off on us eventually. So we need to surround ourselves with people, like this verse says. Enjoy the companionship of those who call on the Lord with pure hearts.